So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So we're out in the backyard and, this has been a little bit of a hobby of mine, and I always wanted to do this. It was kind of a dream. My dream is actually to own a vineyard and the whole 9 yards, but hey, everybody can dream. I'll still dream. But what I decided to do was plant some grapes. And of course, living in Florida for many, many years, too hot, could never really plant grapes because they just wouldn't survive. But I planted grapes here, which are called Catawba grapes. And as you can see there, this is late August. We're going to be coming into September where they will be ready. Some of them are already, and you can see the color. The Catawba grape is interesting because see how it starts out green like this, and then you end up being this kind of like pinkish kind of color, and then they end up being this kind of a purple color. But this is a grape varietal that grows only on the east coast of the United States, primarily in the east. You had probably Virginia all the way up. There's some people up in the Niagara area that grow Catawba grapes. You can actually make wine out of Catawba. Some people make jellies out of them. Some people make juices out of them. But I've been wanting to taste because I started these vines last year. Usually, to have any type of wine production, it's a minimum of 10 years. When I was out in Napa Valley and I was talking to a lot of vineyards out there, and if they were planting grapes, they felt that the grapes needed anywhere between 7 to 10 years before they felt they were ready to make really interesting wine. So this is only my second year, and look at these babies. They're coming in, and I think they're really beautiful. And tasting these grapes, they're almost sweet in style, and they're beautiful. I've had some friends say, geez, are you going to make wine? Well, you need a lot more vines than this to make wine. We don't have enough room in the backyard. As you can see, I'm kind of doing these planters because we don't really have a lot out here that can actually grow the grapes and vines and everything. But you can see these beautiful gigantic leaves. I was just amazed at how and I left this vine out here all winter. It had to survive on its own. No, I didn't hide it. I didn't put it, it had its cold weather. But remember now, this is a grapevine that grows on the east, so it can weather the storm of very, very severe cold winters. And it can actually, we've got the 4 seasons here. So I pruned them back, and now we're going to come into September, and we're going to, obviously, we'll start picking our grapes. It's our first vintage of grapes, which will be kind of cool. But it's been a dream and a passion of mine just to grow grapes, not to make wine, because that's a lot of work. I would rather drink somebody's great wine, like drink grape Pomerol. As you know, I love Bordeaux. So, but at the same time, you can't grow Cabernet and Merlot too much because we're not in. I don't have heavy, deep soils here that can actually withstand a lot of the problems that grow with grape growing. It's got to be a lot of work. But again, this is the Grape Explorer, so I wanted to share with everybody my journey. My journey is to grow grapes and to have fun doing it. And you never know, I may make some good wine someday. Cheers.